Okay, we are live. So welcome everyone. Let me go ahead and let Keck in here. Welcome to today's Friday Q&A. I'm Bridget Bartlett with Vision Marketing and Design. Before we get started, I do want to share my screen here. I'm going to show you guys some new things. And if you are a member and you don't know how to join us in the Zoom, I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So let me get to my dashboard here. Okay, so first of all, you can log in at app.myvisionagency.com or just go to myvisionagency.com and log in. You'll go to the resources tab and you'll see that I've actually, this past week, I've tried to, with the help of you guys and your feedback, I've tried to streamline this and make things a little bit easier to find. So what I actually did is in the resources tab, you'll see it's much prettier than it used to be. And I actually added this onboarding session here, okay, or this onboarding module. So these are actually the exact same modules. If you want to join us in the Zoom, you could just click here. So go to resources and then click here, and that is the Zoom link. And you'll see here that you can actually log in to the main training site. This is a different site than your main login. So your password may be different, but your email should still be the same. Okay. So you'll see if you click here, you actually see these are the only modules available here because I've moved all of the courses into your own membership area so that you can actually white label them and you can resell them. You can do whatever you want with them. Right. You'll see here, I have the onboarding checklist, and each of these things, if you click them, it goes right into the actual module. Okay, so like this is the social media content. So if you're looking for new social media, I probably will be revising this as well. And again, all an effort to make it more streamlined for you guys and easier to find things. But if you're looking for a specific topic, you can choose that there. Okay, so in the onboarding in the onboarding session, you'll see here that there are instructions to access your account. So if you click here, you'll see that there's actually, step-by-step instructions to help you. So basically that onboarding checklist that was in your dashboard, I actually just added to a membership area. And you guys, this is a godsend. I highly encourage you to check it out. And also and just like everything that I show you guys is, think about using it in your own strategy when you're inviting people to your own membership area, how you can utilize all of these functions. Okay, so integrating SMTP, joining our network, and then I also added some training that we've done here. So if you're like brand new and you just don't know where to start, sometimes it can be overwhelming. But if you want to check out like how to promote and automate a coaching, consulting, affiliate, or network marketing business, this whole training series is perfect for you. It's catered towards any business that you would want to, basically book appointments, right? Even if you're not booking appointments, which is the best converting way, especially if you don't have an audience, but you can also just turn this into a bridge funnel and use it in the same way, right? Also, reselling software. I love reselling software. So if you want to check that out, there's step-by-step. All of these live training replays I've just streamlined here to make it easier for you to find and get started. Okay, how to resell tier 5, how to resell HighLevel and sub-account duplication, and then also how to promote and automate your travel business. So this right here pretty much takes care of everyone. You can, it's kind of a get started fast type of thing. Okay. So also, that's what I wanted to show you. Also, if you are a HighLevel partner and you have a free account, meaning that you have gone to HighLevel, you created your own HighLevel account, and as using my affiliate link, you get access to resources. So I will be adding a section here for tier 5 partners as well as Genius Messenger partners. So if you guys are interested in getting more info, or you come here and you're looking for your resources, you can do that here. Okay, so like I said, I will be adding tier 5 and all of that. I also will be separating the tier 5 and Genius Messenger because now I have a whole bunch of training and all of those things that I want to separate them so that it's easier to find all the resources. Okay. Also, if you are looking for account information, You can check out the plans here. I don't know why this always like sticks and then it just pops up, but so you can look for all the different plans here. And right now, if you want to upgrade or downgrade, because I have so many automations, this is going to be a manual process. So you can just message me here, okay? And then I'll help you kind of, because we have so many people like with free plans and all of that. Basically what I'm doing is if you have a beginner plan, whether you came in because you're a founder or you're an affiliate or something like that, if you have the free plan, I'm not gonna, basically I'm subtracting $67 from these plans here. Okay, so if you wanted to upgrade to business or professional, it would be $67, basically $30 and $80. Okay, but you have to contact me because I want to make sure that you guys get those benefits. But you do have to have the beginner plan to get access to the business or professional. Okay, you can't just use the business plan without this. Okay, so if you want to get access to your affiliate links, you can do that here. I have a video to help you get started. If you need to book a private consultation, you can do that here. And since we do not have we do not have an e-commerce solution. We do integrate with Shopify, but since we don't have a in-house e-commerce or blog yet, even though that's coming, you can use the Equid e-commerce store, and it actually embeds into a HighLevel page. The same with the drop-in blog. You guys can create that there. It's not included in your account, but you can actually create a free Equid account. And I think there's a free trial here for the drop-in blog. Okay, so I want to show you before I'm done here. I want to show you how you can access your new course, because I did add a few new courses in here. First of all, if you want to, I added these as well. So if you want to use that funnel in your funnel templates to resell the Google Mastery course, you can do that as well. The ebook and the video course are in separate modules because of the way that the funnel's set up. But you also have the start a consulting business that's new as well. So all of these courses, and we can preview this, but all of these courses, you can see that they're totally unbranded. You guys can customize these any way that you want to. What I've done is I basically took the ebook and then I've just pasted it in here. So there are no links. There's nothing that is branded vision. Okay, this is totally or branded for any other business for that matter. So all of the videos and everything is all unbranded. You guys, I really encourage you to use them, especially if you don't have your own course. You need a lead magnet. What's really cool about all of these things, I've even added the articles here for you. But what's cool about this type of thing when you're using this as a lead magnet is you can embed, your videos and your links and, add modules. And there's so many things that you can do to monetize this free course. Okay. And that's not the only one. You guys have, I think there's 12 of them now. Okay. So I highly encourage you to check that out. If you didn't even know that they were there, you definitely, that it's a really cool resource. Okay, so I think that is about it. That was a mouthful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So how are you guys?
I'm pretty cool. Bridget, when you send rebranding those, like the thumbnails and stuff like that, when you send rebranded, that's what you mean?
You can do anything.
Oh, wow.
If you want to chop the videos up, and if you look in the white label module, all of those courses are actually the raw files are in that section and the white label PLR. But yeah, you can do anything. You have unrestricted rights. You can resell them. If you want to chop the videos up and make little snippets or whatever you want to do, if you want to like use the content and then just reshoot the videos, like I know Maria is working on a course like that. You can do whatever you want. You can chop it up. What's cool about, when you have all of these courses like that are totally white labeled, and the way that HighLevel is set up, that when you have a HighLevel account, you actually get the vision snapshot. So what you're able to do as a HighLevel affiliate is you can take that snapshot, and now every person you sign up for HighLevel, you can have 12 pre-built courses for them to also white label and rebrand.
That's a snapshot?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh,
give to
wow.
all of my high level affiliates. You actually get my member snapshot. So you get everything that you see inside of your Vision account, all the templates, all the courses, the automations, all of that. You get that to load into your own high level account.
No way. Awesome. Okay.
Did your brain just explode, Terry?
Yeah, it really did. Like again, I feel blessed to be here based on I didn't want to do Builder All, and knowing what we got here, I met you through that connection, and it's just been a blessing. So just want to say thank you for all what you do.
Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. This would be very boring without you guys.
I got one other question. Okay,
Sure.
so like where I'm at right now, and I'm about to upgrade soon.
Mhm.
With my Vision account, that's like my own like agency settings too, where I could do stuff with that. I'm trying to understand because I have my high level and the Vision. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with your Vision account. A lot of people, sometimes I know my offer is kind of confusing, and I'm always looking for a way to like streamline it and make it make more sense. Because sometimes high level people, they message me and they're like, I really want to be a part of your program, but I already have high level. Like, how would this benefit me, right? But the cool thing is like, and with my whole program, high level is the house that I've built everything in.
I see that.
So it's like, if I want you to have access to all of my templates, you need to have access to the program. Even if you don't, you're like, well, I'm building websites and funnels in my own account. I don't really need it. And that's fine because you get the snapshot anyway. But you are able to access all the social media templates, the live training, the joining me for the Q&A, and the white label, like the 950 done for you emails, and all of those things you need to have access to be able to.
Makes sense. Okay. I was just wondering, do I do double? Because I'm
Yeah.
building both. So I was like, okay, this is another one, but I don't want to. I can kind of like build one, test it, move it, or whatever. I can move it back and forth, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So you so you can't move like from your high level account to Vision. Okay. And you can't move from Vision to high level except with the snapshot.
That's
So
what I
like
mean.
a sub account level. Yeah, I just always want to clarify that because I know it's so confusing. It's like, well, how can I do that? It's
Right.
but if you are an agency owner, you have the ability to share templates and snapshots and things like that, but sub accounts can't do that.
Workflows and all that, same thing, transfer, right?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh.
The things that you can transfer with a snapshot, it's like,
woo, yeah.
It's like, I know with that previous platform, I was so excited to be able to transfer like a template with an email sequence. I was like, that's the most amazing thing ever. But with high level, you can transfer automations and funnels, and it literally like you're copying an entire account and then sharing it with a link. And so you having, and this is what's cool as an affiliate. I'm going to go off on this tangent apparently today, but what's really cool as an affiliate though, is you're able, because you have unlimited sub accounts within your high level account. So you as an affiliate, since you have all these white label courses and templates and all of that, you have this ready-made account, right? Like I had to build it. I started with nothing and had to build it all, but you have this ready-made account. So now you can offer the same thing I'm doing. Do you want, I can just give you an account within my agency. You can use all these white label courses. You can give my snapshot, because once you transfer it, you just create your own snapshot from that, right? And now you can give that to the people that you sign up as well.
Which helps our community to grow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
Everybody wins.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah. So how is everyone else?
Keck as well.
You sound well.
Thank you.
Your sound is on point.
Oh, good. My mic has not been working good lately. I don't know. I've done like several videos and it's just like, like I got to figure out how to tweak my mic. So I'm glad to hear it sounding good.
Yeah, I think you got it. You got it settled.
Cool. Actually, I did an update. That's probably what it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
sometimes I do an update and it screws everything up, and then sometimes it fixes problems. So
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I've been having a pretty good week, trying to be intentional with my lives, trying to make them, put a call to action in the lives, and just kind of put it out there,
yeah. So how's it working for you?
It's working good. Haven't had a ton of response. So, I just feel like it's, building the content. I mean, that's the nice thing about the video, that call to action is still there. There's still somebody who hasn't seen it yet.
You know what you should do, Keck? You should do that recipe thing.
I'm going
Because
to.
look, all you really need is like one good post a week.
Mhm.
So, but don't like take a picture of it and then say like, oh my gosh, I just made the most delicious meal and it only has like this many calories and whatever. If you want the recipe, comment below. And then use post profits
Yes.
to set that automation. That is it's really like a gold mine strategy is really what it's like, because it works in so many ways. It helps to increase the engagement. It helps to streamline your whole communication, because all the people who are commenting below, they are people who have just told you they're interested in living a healthier lifestyle.
Right. Right.
So they approach you, and this is what.
How does that look as far as setup then? I mean, does it have to be a blog? I was kind of waiting for the blog thing to come. How would you recommend I set that up as far as, delivering the recipe,
You could just type it out in a message. In reality, just literally copy and paste.
Do
I mean,
an
it doesn't.
email?
Yeah. However, an email is a great thing. If you want to set up your automations to where they comment below and then you send them a message and say, hey, if you want to give me your email address, I'll go ahead and send this to you. And because I'm putting out new recipes every week. Right. And then you want to add them to your email list so that you can send them those recipes every week. So it's like you're giving them something that they're asking for, but you can get that in exchange with the email. So you could, if you wanted to, you could just copy and paste the recipe there, because the whole point is, remember, for them to comment and then for you to start that conversation with them. So they're opening the door for you. So however you deliver the value is up to you.
Sure.
But the goal is still the engagement on the post, the messaging, putting in your timeline, those types of things.
What about any value to getting them to the website rather than sending them an email?
I mean, if it's your friends list, maybe I would do like a follow-up. Right. And this is typically what I do. When I create a post and people want more information, I will send them the information. And then I always will tag them as follow-up. And then maybe like a week later, I'll follow up with them and say, hey, I just released another tool, or hey, did you check out this training series I did on how to, if I'm promoting like Genius Messenger, then I want to maybe the next week send them, hey, I just did a training last week, how to get y'all set up and all these, some strategies to help you, maximize whatever. Here's the link, that type of thing. So you could follow up with them next week and say, hey, did you try the recipe? What did you think? It's all about whatever stage they're in your pipeline. Right. If they're a hot lead, maybe you want to follow up with them and say, hey, I know you're interested in living a healthier lifestyle. We've already talked about, this recipe and that one. I'm actually working, a program that I've lost 50 pounds. And so that's kind of how you want to kind of gauge where they're at. And that's why that sales pipeline is so important. Because you can easily see, okay, these are all my hot leads. These are the people I'm ready to talk about my program. But all my cold or warm leads, I still need to give them a little bit more value. So that's how it makes it really easy for you to gauge where they're at.
I was thinking about using the recipe too, doing like a weekly recipe email newsletter as my pop-up exit. Because I have a pop-up exit on there, which I turned off because I realized it's not connected to anything. So it's just annoying right now, right? So I turned it off, but then I thought when I turn it back on, it should be, hey, join my weekly recipe newsletter.
Or whatever. And that could be your main call to action. You could create a membership area, Keck, and then invite them to that. And then every single week, you just add a new recipe to that membership area. And then you're still sending them to the same place every single time.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to think about that, all the how to deliver and whatever. But
Yeah.
but I've been wanting to use, it's high on my list, Post Profits Pro with a recipe thing, you know.
It's so beyond cool.
You know, and I
It
was
really
talking to my, mentor in the health coaching business. And I wanted to run it by YouTube just because they have so kind of old school methods and stuff. But so I kind of feel like they're at odds too, because what we're talking about is let all the people that are interested come to us and they'll reveal themselves through, they like our content, right? But they have the kind of the hundreds list idea, make yourself a hundreds list. And so then you can be more intentional with certain people, right? As far as reaching out and engaging with them on Facebook, so they will see your stuff. And then I'm thinking about all the software intended to do the same thing. What's your opinion about that?
It's been this is really a popular strategy that's taught in network marketing, because the main people teaching them have already been successful, and they've been successful for like 20 years now. And so the things that they're teaching are sincere because that's how they became successful. But in the online world, we have all of these tools at our fingertips, and to really scale, it's like, yes, that will work. It will work today. It totally could work with you. But if you're someone who's like, I don't want to bother my friends and family, I don't want to be that person because that's how I am. I don't want to be that person. I would rather just put it out there to the world and I want to be smarter, work smarter, not harder. I want to create the content and know that if someone watches my video on how to build a website, these are people who want to know how to build a website. Right. So I want to be, purposeful with my content so that the right people find me. And that's actually better marketing. I mean, if you think about Coke, does Coke give you a phone call, and say, hey, do you want to try our product?
Yeah.
You don't.
Well, and I was referring to it as ultra targeted marketing.
Yeah.
And I said, but the problem with that is that the market that we've targeted isn't really identified as being in our market necessarily. I mean, they haven't raised their hand and said, I'm ready, I'm in the market. You know what I mean? Whereas in the, health weight loss market, at any given time, like 70% of anybody is in your audience. So it's like, I'm just not sure with such a broad market if it makes any sense to do that, Yeah.
And it's also like, if you ever approach someone and you say, hey, are you interested in living a healthier lifestyle? That some people can get incredibly offended by that. Yeah. And so that's another part of why I prefer content creation over cold marketing. Yeah. I want people to decide for themselves. Like when you guys ask me, what tool should I use? Well, it all depends on like your purpose. I want you guys to decide what is going to be a good strategy for you and what tools work best for you. I don't want to go approach someone and say, you need this solution, because how do I know? And so like you being a health coach, that's why I recommend the recipes, because if people comment, they're interested. They've just told you. So then when you message and you say, hey, are you interested in living a healthier lifestyle? Well, that person who just commented on wanting the recipe, they're not offended, because they're like, oh, that's why. It's not because you saw a really bad picture of me when I was 50 pounds heavier and now I'm insulted. You just messaged me because I raised my hand and said, hey, I want more info. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you about another old school strategy, since you kind of know about it. Another one is thanking the likes. Are you familiar with this one?
It's such a sign of marketing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. That I've been resistant, a little hesitant to it, but I know that the philosophy as well. A lot of people are interested, but they're too shy to comment. You know what I mean? So if they like it,
I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
just don't. And it goes back to, they liked it. They didn't say, I want more info. And
Yeah.
so it's kind of cold marketing. And I'm very, I don't want to sell people on things. I'm very non-salesy. So if you comment and ask me for more info, you open the door and then it's free reign. I'm going to send you messages. I'm going to send you so much information that you're going to be like information overload, but you open the door. You're not going to call me a spammer because you open the door and you asked for info. You told me that you're the person, that you want things like this. But if they just like a post, I mean, it could be like their engagement tool that's liking the post. I mean, who knows? And now you've just messaged them, thanks for liking my post. And it takes time.
Yeah. Well, that's the big thing. Yeah. It takes time. And to be able to try to really systematize it, like, okay, you have a hundreds list. You can kind of systematize, check. But then when it comes to thanking the likes, it's like you can very, very quickly just, lose track. It seems very, very easy to get like overwhelmed with it, And
I can create a hundreds list with one single post using Post Profits Pro. And I don't have to contact anyone. I can just create the post and then have them contact me. And then now I have way more than 100. But now, not only am I not having to sit and think about the list and write everybody down and get their contact info and then put it into my CRM and then send them messages. I know.
It's
Why would I
exhausting.
do that? I could create one single post and then have the system take off from there. And I don't have to do any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
It's easy. So which way is easier? Which way is going to save you time and make you money?
And scalable. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, and that's where I'm looking at. And she's very successful, my coach. I don't want to take anything away from her. She's just telling me what was work for her and stuff. But, and I don't know, she may have, I don't know, I'm just guessing now, maybe 100, ordering entities in her, organization. And, I have maybe 10, you know what I mean? Over the course of 2 years, she's been doing this for like 2 years. It's only 10 times as many. You know what I mean? I mean, that just seems like it could be I want to get 100 like in a month or two, not in 2 years. You know what I mean?
You spend so much time like in the day. And it just goes right back to how, if you're so busy, I see this so many times. I would be a gazillionaire if I just had $100 for every business owner that I talk to who's so busy working in the business, they can't work on the business.
Yeah, that's
difference. The trap we all get into, because it's like you start growing and it's like you have to start automating some of these processes. And you don't have to like start out with a whole system of automation, but as you start growing, first, it's like I showed yesterday, building out the pipelines. First, maybe you want to manually enter everyone in because you haven't really established your automation or your processes yet. But then as you start going, you're like, oh man, I keep doing the same thing over and over again. How can I automate that? And you have the tools available to do it. And then the next stage, oh man, I'm spending so much time doing this. How can I automate that? And then you figure out how to automate it. And then you move to the next phase. I did not learn everything I know about automation because I okay, now I'm going to start this business and automate everything. It's a constant trial and error. As my processes change, so do my automations. But yeah, I mean, I can't imagine doing all of those, taking all the time to do all of that every single day.
Right. Yeah, it's not my jam either.
Yeah. Yeah. And think about it. How long have you got 10 people and how long have you been doing this? You said a month?
Yeah.
So if you got 10 a month.
Yeah.
10 a month. I mean, you're meeting her where she's at. In 10 months.
But that's no automation either. The first month is just kind of making it happen, so
you're just working through your process and seeing what you need so that you can smart. Good strategy.
Yeah, so I'm digging it. It's all good.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad. How's everyone else? Edison, how are you? Linwood, Maria's been quiet today. That's because we already talked. She's like, I don't have anything else to say.
I don't. I'm still going through the process of everything we talked about. And that's the thing, what you said earlier, you find yourself working in the business and not, what did you say? I don't know. That's what I find. I'm just like
The business and not
trying to
on the
get it
business.
perfect.
Yeah.
And trying to get it right. And then you don't just get out there and do it and put it out there just any kind of way. You know, just do it. Yeah.
And it's
it'll never
like
be perfect.
yeah, and you can watch tutorial videos all day long, but until you actually start, it's kind of like building a website. You know, prospecting and networking is all the same. It's like you can watch the videos and you can learn everything you can learn, but it's not really going to make a lot of sense to you, and you're not really going to learn a lot until you actually start doing it. This is why we hear just action, 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 take action. And it's because that's where the real learning comes from.
I have a question.
Yeah.
All right, because I'm learning the face, and I'm familiar with WordPress, and I use Thrive themes for my WordPress funnels. But I want to start building in. What was that transition? Because today I'm gonna jump in today and build something in the website section, because I want to set up some pages for my outside business, so I can, just like what you were saying, me coming from a network marketing industry, I want to automate that, you know. So now when you ask me a question, I'm looking to set up a video, but I want to start building because I see you could add WordPress in HighLevel, but I'm like, well, that's $19 a month that I don't need to do if I could build that same page in HighLevel. So looking at the builder, and I guess I just got to go in there and do it, but I see you didn't build everything inside HighLevel.
Yeah, I built my main website in HighLevel. I did have it built on WordPress because I didn't know the builder well enough, and I just was like, I need to get my website. But if you decide, like, there's lots of other hosts. If you're someone who's going to build a lot of websites and you like WordPress, I would just get your own hosting, and that's going to be the cheaper option.
Well, I got my own hosting now, so I was like, do I keep that and build certain things in HighLevel and just keep that on the outside?
Yeah, it's HighLevel builder is very simple. I mean, it's good. It's a good builder, you know, it's fast and things like that. But it's very simple, and it's simple because it was created for non-marketers or like business owners to be able to create like landing pages and things like that. So they're definitely adding, you know, like I think I saw they're adding like a gallery.
So they don't have a lot of elements.
Right. It's a simple builder, but yeah, everything that I built on my website is, I mean, and if you're good with CSS, you can add a lot of things there. But if you like WordPress, you can embed, there's actually a lead connector WordPress plugin. So you can actually import all of your HighLevel websites into your WordPress website so that it's sending from the same domain. And then you can also add the forms. You can embed any of the forms, and that way when—
That brings it in.
Right.
Okay, because I was in a dilemma. I was like, do I have to rebuild that into the HighLevel so the automations work? Yeah,
you just use the forms. And even the web chat you can install into WordPress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coach Kat, question on your help stuff, because something you said on here.
Yes, sir.
Your recipes, do it helps with any elements? Like if I'm dealing with any challenges, do your recipe help me with those challenges? As far as if I got high blood pressure or if I have diabetes or something like that, do any of your recipes help with that situation?
I would say generally, yes. You know, generally my recipes are lean and green recipes, which means lean protein and greens, usually no starches. So those tend to lend themselves more to like anti-inflammatory, you know, responses and more even blood sugar. So better for diabetes and that kind of stuff. So definitely, I would say all around, yes.
And the reason why I'm asking that is because a post like that will make me call you.
Okay.
Compared to me losing weight. Losing weight gonna be a side effect, but my element, everybody with that element is gonna call you compared to me losing weight. So you be like, hey, I help you with this element. The side effect, you lose weight. Now my mindset is more on my element than me losing weight. And then in side effect, me using that for my element, I lose weight.
Yeah.
So it's like an indirect way to get that audience. And then you just push to that audience, and they're going to be your loyal follower, your tribe. That's just
Yeah,
one
that's a
way
great
I
idea.
network. That's the way I network my business now. I just find that element of a pain, and the side direct, the indirect solution is joining my company.
Right, right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
smart.
that's good.
That'll also get your Facebook ads approved if you take that route, as opposed to, because if you try to say, oh, look at Linda, she lost 50 pounds or whatever, here's the before and after, they will not run that ad. You will not get it approved. You'll probably get your whole account shut down. But if you
Yeah.
say something like reduce the inflammation in your
Yeah.
liver with lean green recipes, like sign up to get on my list and get
Yeah.
weekly that type of thing.
Yeah, actually, I did have an anti-inflammation post or two, and they did get good responses. So that's great. Between the different health benefits, anti-inflammation, sleep, blood sugar stabilization, all those things. So yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up, Terry. That's good stuff.
Hey, side note, and I am not affiliated with Keck's program at all, but I do know two pharmacists I used to work with that were on the same program, and they lost a massive amount of weight.
Yeah.
And it was a really healthy, it's not like take diet pills and you lose weight. It's like learning how to live a healthier lifestyle.
Well, cool. Thanks for saying that.
I'll send you an
Glad to hear that.
invoice for that.
Okay,
shout
yeah,
out
right,
here.
right. Cha-ching.
Anybody else have questions for me?
Yeah, I do.
Sure.
Hi, everyone. Nice being here as usual.
Hello.
And yeah, okay. So, Bridget, I was particularly intrigued by your video this week on the funnels. Sorry, not the funnels, pipelines.
Yeah.
For the particular reason that one, when I many years ago, when I actually ran a business for many years, brick and mortar business. And I was involved in sales, and sales pipeline was one of my passion, those numbers. And it made me recognize the amount of automation that is available in GoHighLevel, seriously. And I even started to sort of fantasize about, like Salesforce.com, if you know that. I think this platform can probably even maybe can develop into where you could do something like that. You can run people's Salesforce because it's all about customer engagement.
Mm-hmm.
So on that basis, I wanted to find out because, all right, so I was looking at your pipeline. So you do not need, let's just look at it from the point of view of a scenario, the Salesforce.com sort of thing. In a case like that, can you run people's account from just one, like how I have an account with you? We run it all from there, or do you need a separate account for every customer?
You do need to have, so every business needs to have its own sub account. And that's because you integrate Google Calendar, the Zoom, you integrate, the emails and things like that, and like social media and all of that. So they each have to have their own account. Yeah. But HighLevel, and I'm so glad that you brought this up, because I am going to go more into detail next week because we started the pipeline, we added the tags there and we showed how to, adjust the pipeline. But I want to really show you guys the massive amounts of power just starting like that, where we just have these series of tags that's going to define our customer. And then we're going to set up all of the automations and things that we can do just based on that. So the goal, and this is why managing someone else's account is so simple. I'm also going to show you how, because I actually have like an admin page within my account and the agency account, and it has like all of these simple things. Like, for example, if you decide to cancel, instead of having to go to Noisy and remove you, and then remove you as a user, and then go through all the tier 5 and cancel all those accounts individually, I created like an admin page where I just enter the email, push submit, and it cancels all of those things for me and updates, you know, like I'm going to show you all of that. It also revokes access to the membership area. There's so many things you can do. But when you set up a system like that, if you're managing it for clients, then you can just say, hey, if you get a client that is on a beginner trial, then go ahead and add this tag. Or they could just be doing with the, you know, just the actual pipeline. Just you call these people, or when it moves into this particular stage, you can notify a team member and then they can call that person, or they can have access to the power dialer. And every time they move into this specific stage, this tells the person who's on your team, everyone in this stage, you need to call them and follow up, or you need to whatever, right? Or if you're doing it yourself, then you can actually notify yourself and say, hey, you have a person who just moved into the you know, the call stage or whatever, and to give them a call. So there's so many. It's so beautiful. I use this for my local business as well as like all of my SaaS and all of that. I sincerely love the tools. So it's great that I'm using them, but it's so exciting. When you guys see all of the really cool things that you can do just by adding a simple tag, it just opens up your whole like mind of possibilities, because it makes it simple for the user, but also it's incredibly powerful. So even if you're managing, maybe the client doesn't want to have any access to the account at all. They're just like, Edison, send me leads, call these people, whatever you got to do, book me appointments. Maybe you want to be an appointment setter. You can set all this up for them. They never have to touch it. And it's so easy for you because you're just tagging people, or you set up automations that tag people.
Well, for me, you know, it was sort of an epiphany moment, because I have three main opportunities that I've been working on. Of course, the store. Then I started the agency thing back with you when you won Builderall. My website is still there. Maybe it's like 90% completed. And then I started to think about it. I said, but wait a minute. I have left that site on Builderall. I haven't done anything because I'm really trying not to be all over the place. You know, I'm trying to be focused. One, get this out the door, then move on to the other one. So, so with respect to the agency side of things, I'm like, wait a minute, you're sitting on this thing. And even the websites, you know, have getting to build people website and so on. I know that you provide that kind of support. I said, I don't even have to build it. I can start to put myself outside there and then pass it, you know, outsource the job. And even if I just make a couple dollars on it, eventually then I will, you know, get into stride. So for me, when I considered, I started to think along the lines of, okay, this Builderall certainly doesn't have the automation that what I'm seeing on this platform. And although you would see that my account is created then digitally, that's going to be my agency. I really haven't built out the website on GoHighLevel. So I plan to do that, because I'm seeing that once this automation is set up, you know, it's just simply mapping out your processes first, what you want to do, where you want this to do. If this happens, what happens next? I think it's more like mind mapping. Mm-hmm. Once you have done that, it's now all you simply do is transfer all of that process. You simply crystallize it on this platform, and then you take it from there. So that's one of that I decided, you know what, I'm going to do that. So I'll have to deactivate my my URL from Builderall, because it's there. I have to bring it over on but I'll build my agency there, because it really, it's a no-brainer. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I'm seeing so much of what you're saying, because I do know a community where most people, somebody like me, I was involved in sales. I ran a business for like over 16 years. And one of the things I can tell you is that, you know, sales can consume your time, because that's the lifeblood of your business. You're just trying to get new customers, fulfill orders, and all those kind of things. And it becomes overwhelming sometimes because not everybody's a salesperson. Sometimes you're good at managing a business, but not on the sales side. And if you can automate that whole process, even for a sales rep to just come in and monitor their stuff and see the pipeline and where deals are at, and you have a sense for forecasting purposes. What do I have in the pipeline in terms of orders? How much of those can be converted? How much do I expect? I used to be doing a lot of that stuff manually and so on. So it just brought me back to that place. And I'm seeing, you know what? I did not even recognize the depth of the automation inside of there. And it's what I'm looking for. So that's one side of it. The other aspect of it for me as well is network marketing. Doing a network marketing, creating, because we can do these similar to Builderall in GoHighLevel. We can also do these what do you call it, snapshots. So you get somebody who will have exactly what you have. Okay. Of course, you just have to pay the subscription for that, right? But you're talking about where you have a whole thing set up in terms, because you were speaking about it earlier with Keck, as far as lead generation is concerned. And that is always an issue in network marketing. You know, they're saying I'm getting on the phone and calling up 10, 25 people. Listen, people are so aware of that the moment you contact them, they be like, okay, he or she wants to sell me something. And friends and family, you burn that out so quickly. Even friends and family know this is a thing. I've been there, done that. I don't want to go back that way. I have a great product that I know I can do something with. I just simply take it for myself. I have not really been pursuing the business opportunity like I used to, because I want to put it on automation. And it's one of the reasons why I got into Builderall, because at the time I was looking for a way to automate. But of course, all these years I've been following Builderall, and we've been getting a little piece here, a little piece there, going along. I think I'm not making a pitch for against GoHighLevel, but really and truly, I think the automation is there and it's a good platform to build on. So I'm looking at those things. Now, I have some question with respect to the other aspect of automation, which is the tier 5. No, I asked you a question in Noisy, and you did respond. And I'm still not quite wrapping my head around this. So based on your suggestion, I joined some groups, okay? And I just put a nice post, asking, like I want help. What fragrance would you recommend for that on Father's Day? A couple of people started to respond. No, my thing is, I don't know them, they don't know me. And this is my challenge. I looked at the training in both GrowFlow and Post-Profit, which is what you recommended. GrowFlow, the last time we spoke, you mentioned that there's a different dynamics to that. I'm not necessarily seeing GrowFlow in this group. I'm trying to sort of conceptualize how should I approach to begin to engage, because in this group, I suspect as well, I can tell them, hey, listen, I have a store. These are some of the things I have available, but I don't want to be salesy. So I said, you know what, let me put this out here this evening. And how should I really approach this thing? Now, I'm seeing responses in this group that I'm a part of. I could put a lot more captions like those things, but how do I begin to interact and move people through a pipeline?
If you create a post like that in a group, I would just use Friend Connector and then just send a friend request to every single person who commented or engaged with my post, because they're going to recognize you likely because they commented on your post. So things like that, that's how you want to go to a group and then bring people into your timeline or into your Facebook profile, because again, we're trying to use our Facebook profiles like a group. So you invite them in, but see, you're sending the friend request to all these random people. who engaged with your post. So the likelihood of them accepting are good. But when they accept, or if they don't recognize you at all, what they're going to do is look at your profile. They're going to see your cover. They're going to see all, exactly what they do or what you do. So if they accept the friend request, then the chance they're moving through your funnel. Right. So you posted that, you sent them a friend request, they're looking at your profile now, and they're going to make a decision to accept or not accept. So if they accept, now all of these people who are accepting know that you have a e-commerce store and you sell fragrances and other things.
Okay, good.
And in regards to your HighLevel thing, Edison, because you have this e-commerce store, right? I could so see you creating your own HighLevel agency, creating this duplication system. First, it needs to work for you, right? This is the mistake a lot of people make. Set it up so that it works for you. And then now you have this snapshot. You can create your own HighLevel agency where you have the system built out. And then you can give that as a bonus to people who are signing up through your affiliate link for your e-commerce store. And now you're teaching them how to use it. They already have all of the automations. Then you can offer your services to these people because you are the expert of that e-commerce platform and all of the automations.
Okay, so let me see if I get what you're saying, because this is a mouthful, okay? So what you're saying, we're talking here about a fragrance store. Good. Now, yes, it does have an affiliate system. And you're saying that I can offer people, become an affiliate of the store. I can give them a snapshot with the automation, complete automation, as a bonus so that they themselves can begin to promote. So, okay, I will benefit from the sales generated in the store.
You could do that. I was actually talking about the affiliate for the tool that you're using, the software that you're using that you built your e-commerce store. So you could create a whole, but that's another good idea. Yes, you could do that. Yeah, you could build out a whole sales funnel inside of HighLevel, a whole system with automations and everything, so that they can come in and have all of this ready to go and then teach them. It's exactly what I'm doing. I never hide that from you guys. It's exactly what I'm doing. I have HighLevel. I'm teaching how to do marketing. I'm teaching how to be a health coach using HighLevel, how to, whatever it is, using HighLevel. How to resell software using HighLevel. You could do the exact same thing, but that's how you're narrowing down the niche. You're using the knowledge you already have. You know how to have a dropship store. You know how to use HighLevel or have these automations because you're going to learn them for your own business. So when you establish that, that's level 2, right? You're making money with your store and you're working out your automations. You're streamlining this whole process. Then you go to level 2. Create your own agency, create your own program, create your own snapshot. And that's what you're giving and inviting other people to learn to do what you're doing.
Okay. All right. All right. So how do I fit? So the store, okay, it's an e-commerce store. Basically, the e-commerce platform of itself already have a lot of automations in the back end as far as customers is concerned. So I'm trying to wrap my head around actually bringing, let's say, utilizing the store on like GoHighLevel platform. How do I fit that in there? I understand the training element of it, but how do I run my store, my e-commerce from utilizing GoHighLevel?
So you would probably want to use Zapier and then connect Zapier to I don't know what the software that you're using, but if they don't have a Zap on Zapier, then you could probably use webhooks. So what you'd want to do is create a webhook to send information from your e-commerce platform to HighLevel, and then just have it trigger the automations.
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah, that's why I say, make sure you set it up first make sure you're using it, kind of work out the bugs, get your, you know, your flow right, get, you know, your emails, things like that, you know, get that set up, because that's going to help you in your business anyway. And then once you get that established, go to level 2 and then start helping others do the same thing. So now you're still making money from this fragrance store that you have that's now automated, right? And you have a good system for that. Now you're going to be bored because you're an entrepreneur. That's what we do. And you need to level up. So now you're going to have this system to help other people benefit from what you just spent all this time learning how to do.
Okay. Sounds like a, you know, an amazing idea, because it's something that I never thought of, as far as doing the automation from there back to the you know, the customer and so on. So it's definitely something that I want to, you know, look into and see how it can be done. So just getting back to before I let somebody else speak, just getting back to friend connector. And this is what I wanted to ask the question of. Is this going to be, so these are people, although they commented, I'm not so sure how I should, do I just say, send a friend request, just like how you normally do it in Facebook? You just click on friend requests and see if they respond and that sort of thing, or
Friend connector automatically sends the friend request to the person. So you just let it run. You don't have to do anything else. And then I personally, some people send messages right away. I personally don't. All I do is run friend connector to the right people in the right group, and then fill my timeline with the right people. And then I start sharing content about what I'm doing. If people don't like it, they unfriend or block me. If people do like it, they ask for more info. So it's really that simple. You just invite the right people and then share.
So
made that sound really simple. That was a really good, simple breakdown, by the way.
Yeah. The question of your Facebook profile, I started to work on that. I changed my picture. I've been spending time on Canva. Because this is all new to me. It's a learning curve. So I'm trying to get a sense of, do I make my profile know more about fragrance? Because yes, I'm into fragrance, but there are other things I can do as well, although I'm not fully set up. Should I just, what should my profile be now that I'm getting the fragrance store launch? My profile is going to be this. And then later on, as I add more stuff, I'm going to change it again and add something else. Is there really a best practice as far as that is concerned? I'm talking about Facebook cover, my Facebook cover.
If you don't know which route you want to go, I mean, you might decide this month you're going to do the fragrance cover, and maybe you even want to say save 50 or get free shipping at Fragrancy for Father's Day. Maybe that one, that you want that to be your cover for the month of June. Maybe in July, you are promoting yourself as just an entrepreneur who specializes in drop shipping or e-commerce or something like that. Maybe in August, you want to just be strictly entrepreneur. You know, maybe it's really, it just has to do with like, and this is the hardest part. It's the hardest part for me too, because you have all of these things that you're doing and all of these things that you're interested in, but you have to figure out how to package that in a way that attracts the right person. And really, it's just a matter of you deciding what is it that you want to focus on. Choose something and then go with it and see, you know, go down the route of just that specific route, and then see how that fits to you. And this is so the hardest part, because it's the thing that no one can do for you, because it's really all about you. It's what do you enjoy doing? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Because that's what we want to reverse engineer. We can talk about what do you put on your Facebook cover. We can talk about, you know, automation, things like that. But really, you are the one who has to decide what route you want to take to get there. So if you like the idea, if in 5 years, Edison, you want to have your own you know, you want to have your own high-level account, you want to be teaching people how to do drop shipping and things like that, I would start promoting yourself as e-commerce entrepreneur, things like drop shipper, you know, words like this that are going to attract these type of people, and then go to drop shipping groups and all of that. Now, if these people see your e-commerce store, it's great if they want to purchase something from you, right? But really, we're narrowing down that search or that niche even more, because what you really want, it's great if they purchase perfume or cologne, but what you really want, if your goal in 5 years is to do that, you really want the drop shippers. You want the e-commerce people, the ones who are doing, maybe working with Amazon or something like that. These are the people that you really want because of where you want to be. Now, if you just want to do the fragrance store, that's a whole different thing. You need to focus solely on the fragrance thing. And then those are the people that you want to get. So it really just depends on you.
Okay, because I'm concerned about messaging, you know, basically people get confused, you know, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing the other. And for me, I really want to niche down. And, you know, you build something, you become known, and then you begin to add and, you know, and scale as you go along. So for me, I was like sort of oscillating between how do I want this cover to be? Because I'm changing it up. Before it was more family oriented, more inspirational. You know, I put these inspirational posts and so on out there. But now I want to sort of get into the business side of things. And like you said, if this group has over 43,000 people, if I'm going to be friending people, they want to reference, you know, my Facebook profile, like you said, and it should have something there that supports my interest in their group. And that's what I've been thinking about. So that it means that my Facebook cover now has to be in such a way that it reflects my interests. And I need to narrow it down, because I was thinking, should I put an icon of this here and an icon of that there? And because I've seen people doing all sort of things, but like you said, you know, I can be this person today, and maybe a couple months down the road, depending on where I reach, I can then refresh. And I guess it's about people following your journey. So you were here, and now this is where you are at, another stage of the game, and so on. All right, so one final question I have, and it's along the same lines. I was thinking of, I saw somebody do it. I can't remember if it's you, Bridget, or somebody else. You see, to all my friends and family and whoever else, I am just a nice little Facebook post that says, I have started this business with the store, whatever, the e-commerce store. And so I can have a little promo around that, whether it be winner chicken dinner to invite people. So as part of my launch, I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to be doing that. Or even the other one, which is Post Profit Pro, to you know, to get people to respond and start to build that kind of thing. What do you think about that? Just simply putting, you know, saying to everybody, hey, I now have an online store. It's like a general post kind of thing. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you know, it just goes back to, you know, who is in your Facebook profile and what do they consider valuable? You know, if you just have family and friends, they might be interested that you just started a business. Yeah. If you have, you know, like if all of Keck's, you know, friends on his profile check yours out, they probably don't care that you just started a business because they're interested in health, right? And if you're inviting people from your neighborhood group, maybe they care that you started a business. You know what I'm saying? So it's really, it's not so much even about what should you post. It's about your audience. Like, who are those people?
Okay.
And then what do they consider valuable? It's like, I could tell you what I would consider valuable, but what I consider valuable is not going to be the same thing that someone else would consider, because I am a targeted group of marketing people, you know, SaaS reseller, like those types of things. I'm going to gravitate towards specific posts. Whereas, you know, someone who would buy cologne for Father's Day for their dad, maybe they don't care about the things that I care about.
Yes. Okay. I got it. All right. This
I think
has been very enlightening. Yeah.
I think I did see Terry. Terry, you had your
I
hand
got
up
just
first. I'll come back to you.
three quick questions.
Yeah.
When it comes to the integrations of Zoom and Outlook, is that connected? It says, and I was just reading it, that you could create a Zoom link for your customers real quick. Are you familiar with how that works?
You could connect your your Zoom account
Yeah.
and your calendar to the calendar section. So what happens is it's funny you asked that because I had mine connected and I didn't realize that it was sending out notifications for meetings. But when you connect your Zoom account, it's actually a new thing. They didn't have Zoom connected like months ago when I signed that up. So I didn't know until Maria told me, but but when you connect your Google Calendar and your Zoom account, what happens is, or Outlook, it will, when someone creates a meeting, it will create a meeting inside of Zoom and your calendar.
Oh, like if I'm prospecting my calendar, my booking calendar?
Yes.
Is that what, really?
Yeah.
My third question, Pabbly. Is Pabbly compatible with HighLevel? I didn't see any. Oh, it is.
Yeah, but in Pabbly, they call it HighLevel instead of Lead Connector.
HighLevel?
Yeah.
Oh, HighLevel?
Yeah.
Because I noticed, because I got an account with Pabbly, so I'm like, well, I don't want to use Zapier when I could use Pabbly. So I didn't hear much about Pabbly, so I didn't know if it was working with it or not. So
yeah, I mean, I love Pabbly and I use it a lot for webhooks specifically.
okay.
The only reason that I use Zapier right now is because as a tier 5 partner, I have an unlimited Zapier account. So it's just the one that I use most of. But that's the only reason. Yeah, I have Pabbly and I love it. And anything that, before I got that, I would always just use Pabbly.
Last question. I remember you saying a snapshot for the Maglies. Where would I find that snapshot in the back?
So if you are a HighLevel, if you use my affiliate link,
right,
for HighLevel,
right.
You have access to a module inside the resources tab. So you go to resources and you log in, and then you have a separate HighLevel resources module, and it's in there.
Thank you so much. And just a note for Edison, hey, I've been in the industry for 30 years. You have to focus on one thing and test it. You don't know what's going to work. You just test, but you got to focus. You can't be all over the place. And people, when you, as far as your profile, who you are is what you got to present, and then let those people come. You don't want to be everything to everybody, because you need to be you and then present like Bridget is showing. So now the people that's going to like you, they're going to like you. And I'm just sharing. You just got to focus one thing and just try it. And you don't know if it's going to work. Everything's a test. Yeah. That's just my experience. I've been in this industry 30 years and now I'm automating, because when people ask me questions, I'm like, I need to make a video on that, because I'm going to be free. In networking, you're not free because you constantly answer that. I'm like, I told my team recently, Terry going to be on the beach. You won't reach me. Go to the site. It's going to be an affiliate site. Have all the questions. I'm going to train all your people. Just have them go to that video. I'm automating. And then specifically questions I answer for people who are doing, or else you're going to be tied up. I'm just sharing. I just wanted to share that because I've been here and I understand what you're going through. We all been through that, but you could be everywhere, and doing that, you're going to not do anything. I'm just talking from experience.
You're so dead on, exactly right. And the reason I drive home that you have to do it yourself is because you don't really know what you like doing. And if you're creating content, you have to enjoy talking about the content. If you don't like to talk about fragrances, then that's not for you. Talk about the stuff, like you show up here every Friday and you talk about digital marketing. Maybe that's what you need to do. It doesn't mean that the work that you put in was for nothing. Turn that fragrance store into something crazy and then automate everything, right? You still have that going, but now you're leveling up, because here's the thing about e-commerce. Someone purchases something, you hope they come back. That's a one-off sale. But when you're doing something like this, you want to think about the high ticket and the recurring income, because you want to keep building your business. But when you do the one-off sale, you're limiting yourself. You're just hoping, and you have to build in that workflow that will keep following up with them and make them want to come back. It's hard work. It really is. It's harder than the recurring income. Okay, did you have a question? I see your hand.
I just wanted to throw in on the conversation. So yeah, I agree with what Terry said. And, you want to monetize one thing first. That's it. Monetize, because you can't pass on your knowledge and say, oh, I want to help you make money online. Well, I mean, have you made any money online? Have you learned how to make money online consistently yet? So, and I'll just use myself as an example, because I think that, Bridget, your program provides such an opportunity for everybody here, no matter what their business or niche is, because there's always people coming online now. That's not going to change. Always people coming online. And once you build your e-commerce store and then it's up and going, and again, on your profile, you're just sharing what you're doing. I've got this store and I built this. It's really turned into a digital asset, what I've built here, these digital assets and automations. And I want to share them with other people trying to launch their e-commerce business. And did you know that this automation lets you do blah, 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 blah. And then you're in business. Then you have something that you can have a reoccurring monthly income. And that's what I'm looking at doing with the coaching, because, I've hit my target weight now in 8 weeks. Well, now what? As a customer, I mean, I'm still going to live a healthy lifestyle, but, I'm not really buying stuff from my coach necessarily anymore. So my plan is I'm building out this coaching business, and then that's first. Okay. I'm getting coaching clients. I'm trying to make that profitable. I'm learning the process, and then I'm slowly automating it here with GoHighLevel with Bridget's program. And then I'm going to be able to turn around to all the other coaches now that I'm in community with and say, I know you guys have this hundreds list and you have these old school ideas, but you know what? This thing called the internet is going on right now. And I built this, and I don't know, what do you think? And I'm going to make more money off of that, I think, in the long run, because those people are business builders and they're going to be paying, and I'm going to be making money on them every month over month over month. And you can do the same thing with starting people off in e-commerce, because once you have a store, it's profitable. You're so far down the road from people, you're not as skilled as Bridget maybe, but don't let that hold you back, because it doesn't matter. Once you have something built and you can share, that's all it is. That's the name of the game. And you just share up to your level. And when people, they need more, they'll seek more. But I think it's just such a great opportunity to, like you said, Bridget, step one, build your thing, know your thing, make your thing work really good. So now you can duplicate your thing and offer it to other people in very simple terms.
Yeah. Go ahead, Edison.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Keck. Great advice, Terry, as well. First time I'm meeting you. I am someone who's very open to, people's advice. I listen and sound it out. So you guys have shared a lot. Bridget, I think you need to rename this Friday, instead of Friday Q&A, call it Friday's Think Tank. Because that's what it's about. This whole thing here is about people sharing knowledge, and it's just amazing. I came here, I had one set of views, I'm looking at some things, and then you guys turn this store concept from just simply e-commerce into something that can become a coaching program, a digital asset. Somebody mentioned that, and so on. So I mean, my mind did not even go that far. I was just thinking, okay, I'm going to get this store up. Bridget, you just said it. You get a customer to buy, you have to keep pushing again the marketing to get more to come and buy, and hopefully it becomes a habit and all of that. But yeah, you create more interest around it when you can now start to, to stack on. Did you know that having your e-commerce store, these are some of the things that you can do, and so on and so on. So you all have given me so much to think about here, not just think about, but to look at and to action. So for me, this is more than a Q&A. You ask a question, you get an answer. This is about helping us to really get our minds focused on concept designing and just pushing you. And Bridget, oh my God, you are such a resource. I don't know, you just tell you something and you are able to just turn this. Your mind is so sharp, I put this, I'm serious about this, you know. I think Keck is following closely behind you, you know, it's rubbing off. But the point about it is that I ask these questions and you could just respond. And I like that because, you know, it causes me to start to think much deeper beyond what I'm doing and see the possibilities, you know. So yeah,
What's
try
cool
this.
about Thank you, by the way, Edison. What's cool about that, though, when you take that strategy is you don't have to be this salesy person. And this is why I love this strategy myself and use this myself because I don't like sales. But when you're teaching people things, you're not selling them anything, right? You're creating content. You're doing tutorial videos. You don't have to show a private plane and a nice car or you don't have to show any of that because what you have is your e-commerce store. That's it. You don't have to say, I make $1 million a month with my e-commerce store, because really that's so polluted. We're so sick of all that stuff. What people want to know is how to build an e-commerce store. Maybe it'll be successful, maybe it won't, but there's a large group of people who are looking to learn how to build an e-commerce store. So if you show that, you already have the proof that you know how to do it. Now show them how to do it and then show them how to automate it. And it's just like Keck was saying, do it yourself first and then get all the kinks out. Then you are going to have an awesome system for your fragrance store. But also that will then turn into passive income so that you can go on to phase 2, which is actively, you know, building up this other business that's going to be reoccurring. Anybody else have anything else to say before before I let you go for the weekend?
Awesome session. I took a nugget today. I'm gonna create some snapshot bonuses for my group, and I'm gonna automate that and now duplication to give somebody to join my group compared to somebody else. I love this group. Appreciate you all. Coach Keck, I need some recipes in a minute, bro.
All right, man. All right.
But
I'll get it going on.
But pretty excited. Thank you so much. I got a lot out of the day and basically just gonna take action today. Today is action day. You got to take action and just jump in and throw it out there and see what works, because my success comes from messing up quickly. So the quicker I can mess up, the quicker I can learn.
Amen.
Man, I love that. My success comes from messing up quickly. I'm going to quote that.
Yeah, so that's what then got me success in the industry, because I just go mess up quickly. Mm-hmm. And I learn quickly. While everybody's taking longer to mess up, I'm going to mess up fast and I'm going to learn. And the blessing that we all have here, we have an awesome mentor, Bridget. If you mess up and can't figure it out, you have another thought process in our group to help you through that process. So I'm gonna be asking you all a lot of questions real soon, but I gotta jump in first.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bridget. Hi, Bridget, one quick thing before you go. I heard you mention earlier on about coding on GoHighLevel. There is a web resource that allows you to add whatever bits of code very easily. You just simply, I can send you the website. I don't know if you're interested in it. It's free. And if you want to do anything in CSS or what's the other one, HTML and so on, it's all in there. A very wonderful resource that I came across. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah. You can actually, if you want to share that in the vision group, that would be cool. I'm so glad that you stopped me, Edison, because I forgot to do our little drawing here today.
Oh, good.
So we got to do that before I let you guys go. So who do we have? We have Keck, Maria, Terry, we have Edison, and then we have Linwood. Linwood's probably driving today. Is that everyone? Five people?
Yeah.
I think so. Okay, so the prize is going to be a tool or a free 30-minute consultation with yours truly. Okay, so we're going to spin. Here we go.
There goes Edison.
Keck.
Edison.
Oh, good words, Edison.
Edison, what?
Awesome.
So good. Speak those things as if they were.
That nice, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so Edison,
your word is powerful.
Do you want a tool or do you want I'm
What
going to
is the
guess you what
tool?
the
I
tool
need to find out what the tool is first. I know the 30-minute consultation will be so valuable, but what is the tool? I need to wait.
Take the consultation.
Hey, did I
Consultation.
tell you what the tool was before you chose?
I don't think you did.
Okay, we're going to keep it a secret then.
Okay.
It is
No
a tool that you
insider
don't
trading.
have.
Mhm.
It is a tool you don't have.
Okay, that's what it is. So you're not
Yep.
gonna tell us?
Nope.
Take door number one, consultation.
Take the consultation.
Mhm.
I
And
would.
but suppose the tool is valuable, you know,
You can think about it and you can message me in our noisy group.
all right, okay.
Okay.
Okay, Bridget. Yeah, let me take a rain check and then I'm gonna
Okay.
do that. Right? I'll message you in the noisy group.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will see you all tomorrow. We're going to dive deeper into these automations. I know you guys are stoked because I'm excited to show you all of the super cool things. But I appreciate your time so much. So thank you for joining me. I will see you all Monday. Go make your vision a reality. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.